What's up? It's your girl, Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, I want you to get involved. I want you to ask questions. I want you to leave your comments, and I want you to subscribe to my channel because that's how you become part of the family. You know, I know you've been visiting. But now I need you to click that subscribe button, okay? Right. And let's get into the cocktail of the day. Now, I hadn't made anything from scratch in a real long time, so I put my thinking cap on. My thinking cap on. It's on, it's on, it's on. So I made what I call, and I don't know what it tastes like, and it was so hard for me not to sip it before I got to the chair, a watermelon whisperer. And this is why I think I should call it the watermelon whisperer. I jotted it down. I said because it's sweet and refreshing, but it'll probably be sneaky strong because I made it out of watermelon brandy, Parmesan. It's on the lower end, but it still tastes good when you need it, when you need to do what you do. So this is what's in it. I took some mint leaves. I know I said I'd never muddle. I know I said I'd never do any of those things, but I had so many mint leaves left from the other drink. So I put some mint leaves in the bottom of my shaker and I put some watermelon and I muddled that together. And then I poured simple syrup, a half an ounce of simple syrup on that, and I muddled that together. And then I poured in a half an ounce of lime juice. Then I poured in an ounce and a half of the brandy, and then 2 ounces of the pineapple, of the watermelon juice. And I should have put some bitters, but we're going to see what this tastes like. Let's see. Ooh, okay. All right. Did I say lemon juice or lime juice? It's lime juice because lime and watermelon go good together. Oh, my, oh, oh, my. This is delicious. Oh, this is a troublemaker. Y'all, this is so delicious. Oh, I'm so glad I had some extra left. Okay. It's so very, very good. So very, very, maybe because I used the fresh watermelon. Mm. Ooh, that's a sneaky situation. I'm ready to get the party. Y'all have got to try that. I'm going to redo the ingredients and the measurements because when I do stuff from scratch, I just made that up on the fly just now. So yeah, I'm on. That is so freaking okay, let's get this party started. That one is good. That might be in my next little cocktail recipe book. All right, now let's get down to, before we get started to hot topics, we got to do a little story time. So, I told y'all I love documentaries, and I was on Tubi. And this is an old show. I had never seen it before, but it's called The Wheel, Family Secrets Revealed. Some of y'all have probably seen this, but I had never seen it before. And let me tell you. So it's about this, and it's a series, so it's a bunch of different episodes, right? This was like episode 1, season 1, and it was about a couple named Billy and Kitty Tipton. So Kitty met Billy when she was about 29, like in 1940 or 19, I think it was 1940, something like that. So she met Billy, and he was a renowned jazz artist, okay? And so they had problems having kids, so they adopted 2 boys. Did I write the boys' names down? That's neither here nor there because we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. Oh, yes. I didn't write the third son's name down because they adopted 3 boys, but they adopted 2 boys named Jonathan and Scott, and then years later, they adopted another son. Well, something was wrong with Kitty because she would just be sitting at the table and just start mollywopping on the kids. And the husband would never say nothing. He would just kind of look like stunned. They said she would be mollywopping them. And then one of the little boys, I don't know if it was Scott or Jonathan, he said that when he became a teenager, he had invested into this expensive stereo equipment. And she came in and she kicked a hole and he almost went off. He was about to beat her. And so him and the brother moved out and they was living on the street. Well, shortly after that, her and the husband got into it. And so that he moved into a place with the boys and left the other son behind. Well, by the time the youngest son became a teenager, she kicked him out, say, go move with your daddy. So she's staying at the house, got money, but the husband, for some reason, is broke. He don't have nothing. So he passes. Once the boys, I think they're either young adults and the other little boy is a teenager. He passes away. Well, guess what happens when he passes away and the coroner comes to take the body and they trying to see if he's deceased. They find out that the husband is really a woman. This man been living this woman been living as a man for years because she says she couldn't play in the jazz band. Now, Kitty met him in the club. She was a stripper. She was a stripper, and that's where she met him at. He had like a 10-year career. He had like 3 albums. Well, 20 years later, she passes. But when she passes, she haven't seen her kids in 20 years. And when they first said that, I was like, and they want some money? They don't need no money. But that's when I found out that she had been mollywopping them. So, long story short, the youngest son tried to say that he was the biological son and found out that he wasn't. Then the woman gets on, what was that? Sally Richardson, the one that used to wear the red glasses. If you're of a certain age, you know who I'm talking about. And Sally Richardson, and said that she'd had no idea that her husband was a woman. They never slept together out of all those years. I'm like, you knew, but the reason your husband ended up with no money is because you was blackmailing him, and that's how you got to keep everything. Because she was sitting on 300,000, and that's what they was trying to go to court for. Well, how they found out, they were never legally married. They had 2 marriage licenses. The adoption papers were fake because they couldn't do that. They just paid for the kids. Well, at the end of the day, they did reach a settlement after attorneys and everything got what they wanted. The 3 sons end up splitting $100,000. But ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? You living your life, living the vida loca, and once they said it, I could tell that that was a woman. I was floored. So y'all go to Tubi and look up The Will, Family Secrets Revealed, and see it for yourself. It's so many of them, so many. Now, let's get into the question that has been asked, that's been in my DMs. When you gonna talk about this? When you gonna talk about this? And they're like, what's your thoughts on Cheyenne Bryant? I don't have none. If she lying, she lying. That's her business. She ain't my doctor. She ain't my therapist. She talks slick and she's very firm on what she says. And if she been lying, she should have treaded lightly. She knew that was gonna come out. It's too many black men and women who struggle hard to get their PhDs, their doctorates, and everything. That spend a whole lot of money on school. I got a weed still, y'all. But it was gonna come back to bite her, and she's still standing firm on that now. She dancing around it. But do I care? Absolutely no. Nope. And don't. Do I care who she date? Nope. Do I care what school she went to? Nope, because she ain't my doctor. She ain't my therapist. She ain't my life coach. I probably could be her life coach. Now, I think I like her. And see, that's the thing. First of all, you're pretty, but you talk a lot. That was gonna come back to bite you, boo. So, whether it's your doctorate or not, that's all your business. I don't really care. I don't give 2 hoots. Like I say, give a hoot, don't pollute. You know what I'm saying? let's get into the topics of the day. And I'm gonna have to be real careful with my topics because I don't ever want to get a copyright infringement. I love TikTok. I love when y'all come on and y'all can watch me and we can have a good time. I just need y'all to subscribe. So take a moment right now. If you just clicked in, subscribe. All right, let's go to the next thing. Poor baby. Take a look.
Oh, Josiah!
Well, at least he got a quick elevator ride back up.
He done fell off the porch! What the hell? That's what I just said! How you fall into the bushes, Josiah?
Poor baby. Ma'am, you didn't feel that? That means you got too much ass. She knocked that baby off the porch. And then somebody, I don't know how it happened. You, with your big AZZ, you. Oh my God, that poor baby, he was he was shocked, he was disheveled. He was like, and then like, how'd that happen? I need y'all to roll back the camera. This woman's booty that knocked the baby off the porch. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. That is crazy. That's way too much ASS when you knocking the child off the porch. And she didn't feel it. Was like boop. Boop. But anyway, that is a mess. Now we're going to go. I got a little sore throat. What is going on with me right here? I'm a little swole. Anyway. Let me drink. This is what you call skinny girl delusion. Take a look.
I'm not going through your phone because that's fat bitch shit. I'm not holding you down if you go to jail because that's fat bitch shit. A lot of shit be fat bitch shit, and unfortunately I wear a size small and everything.
Maybe he's expecting you to do all those things because of your face. Yeah, your face isn't as pretty as a fat bitch. Funny look.
All right. I wasn't going to respond to this child because she is a child. I'm her elder. And I should have a bigger, I got hair on my face. I should be bigger than her. You know, when they go low, we go high. No, sometimes we got to go low. So she says, she ain't checking nobody's phone. That's fat girl behavior. She said all these things that's fat girl behavior. Baby, let me be on the clear. Oh, girl was probably right. I'm not going to call you ugly because I didn't think you looked that bad, but your attitude was nasty. And I don't know who told you that big girls can't get no man. Because I've never had a problem. I've been on the spectrum of every size. And I got the game and gone, and I got a little swag. And I happen to be very pretty. So matter whether I'm this size, whether I'm my competition size, whether I'm my high school size, I've never had a problem. I was kicking it with some of the most popular. Girl, who lied to you? I don't know why these girls think that skinny means that you can get a man and keep him. I don't know why they think skinny means that an ugly girl can't take your man. I don't know why they think a big girl can't take your man. Let me tell you something. Have y'all heard the song, I'll take your man whenever I feel like it? It's not a damn best, it's a damn promise. Y'all, I be fumbling up them parts of the words because I don't remember. But, that was Salt and Pepper, by the way. But, baby, being petite don't make you be a better catch. You better ask around. Your mama need to tell you. Your aunties need to tell you. Somebody need to tell you. Because, girl, I'm not going to even get into it. Don't make me show up with a cutie patootie on my own. Honey. Boom. What's happening? I know they I know they didn't. Take a look.
Y'all better come to Dillard's because they got shoes with little chicken nugget holders in them. Bam.
See, That's why I don't shop at Dillard's. What in the ham and Swiss is this? What in the Dorothy Goes to Wizard of Oz is this foolishness? Why they got coin purses on the Why are there coin purses on the shoes? That is terrible. Man, that was horrible. That was the ugliest shoes ever. That's why I don't shop at Dillard's. That's why I do not shop at Dillard's. Dillard's is not my gig. You know, back in the day, you know, there was Foley's. Then Foley's went out of business and Macy's took over. But I never really cared for Dillard's. It was kind of old people-y. I just never really cared for Dillard's. Did you see them shoes? The shoes say it all. The shoes say that's why we don't shop at Dillard's. And last but not least, what a way to end the school year. Take a look.
You all voted to know your grades before the semester's over. I'm just making it more fun. Please stand up if your last name is Mortensen, McKellen, Wood, Aston, Lee, and Bloom. You shall not pass! Everybody else, you got a C- or higher. Have a great summer.
Okay, first of all, the people that stood up, I'm pretty sure they knew they was on the list. But to have to stand up publicly and show that you are failing, that was good to me. But why he dress up like that? Why he dress up like he was, what's that movie? Oh, Shibbity-Doo-Day. I cannot think. That my sister used to watch that movie all the time with the Hogwarts and all that and Dumbledore and all that. I just was like that, like a wizard. That's what he was dressed up like. Like to tell him, you fail. Baby, in college, I wouldn't have been on that list. Nah, probably in high school. Maybe. But college, no, because I'm paying my money for school. I'm matured. I'm ready. I'm paying my way. I'm not failing. Well, that's it. That's all. This is your girl, Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. And this has been Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered. And y'all try this drink. It was something. Y'all see I re-upped. I had some more in the cup. When I tell you it's good, it's refreshing. And you can taste the mint. You can taste the lime. You can taste the fresh watermelon. And you can take a hint of the Parmesan. And although I'm not filming tomorrow, I might have to make this again because it's pretty darn good. I love y'all. I hope I feel better. It's hurting me right here. All right. 2 fingers. Bye.